The cosmos, in its vastness and mystery, inspires awe and wonder. We look to the starlit sky, searching for meaning and understanding. Among the most profound questions humanity grapples with is the existence of God. This question has captivated philosophers, theologians, and scientists for millennia. Is there a divine architect behind the universe's intricate design? Or is the cosmos a product of natural processes unfolding without a guiding hand? The human mind, ever curious, seeks answers to these fundamental questions. We yearn to comprehend our place in the grand scheme of existence. The search for truth, however, is rarely simple. It requires us to confront our assumptions, biases, and limitations. It demands intellectual humility and a willingness to embrace uncertainty. Science offers a framework for understanding the natural world. Through observation and experimentation, science has unraveled many of the universe's secrets. Cosmology points toward a universe that began with the Big Bang. From this singularity, the universe expanded, giving rise to galaxies, stars, and planets. The scientific method is limited to investigating the observable and measurable. Faith, often described as belief in the absence of proof, offers a different perspective on the existence of God. For many, faith is a deeply personal experience, rooted in intuition or a sense of the sacred. Moments of profound peace or awe can inspire belief in a divine presence. For those who embrace faith, the existence of God is a matter of the heart and soul. The concept of God often involves attributes such as omnipotence, omniscience, and omnibenevolence. These attributes, while seemingly straightforward, raise a number of philosophical puzzles. The omnipotence paradox, for example, highlights a potential contradiction at the heart of the idea of an all-powerful God. The paradox asks, can God create a stone so heavy that he cannot lift it? If God is all-powerful, he should be able to create such a stone. However, if he cannot lift the stone, then he is not all-powerful. This paradox exposes the limits of logic when applied to the divine. One way to resolve this paradox is to argue that God's omnipotence does not extend to logically impossible tasks. Another approach is to suggest that the paradox arises from a limited human understanding of God's nature. Ultimately, the omnipotence paradox underscores the challenges of reconciling human concepts with the infinite. The fine-tuning argument presents a cosmological puzzle that some interpret as evidence for a divine creator. This argument points to the remarkable precision of the universe's physical constants. The fundamental forces of nature, such as gravity and electromagnetism, appear to be calibrated with extraordinary accuracy. Even slight variations in these constants could have resulted in a universe inhospitable to life as we know it. For example, if the strong nuclear force was slightly weaker, stars would not be able to fuse hydrogen and helium, the processes that power stars and create the elements necessary for life. This apparent fine-tuning has led some to conclude that the universe must have been designed by an intelligent creator. Critics of the fine-tuning argument offer alternative explanations. Some propose the existence of a multiverse where our universe is just one among an infinite number of universes, each with its own set of physical constants. In this scenario, our universe's fine-tuning would be a matter of chance, with life arising only in those universes with suitable conditions. The existence of evil and suffering in the world presents a profound challenge to belief in an all-good and all-powerful God. If God is both benevolent and omnipotent, why does he allow innocent people to suffer? Why do natural disasters, diseases, and human cruelty plague our world? This question, known as the problem of evil, has troubled philosophers and theologians for centuries. Theodicies, attempts to reconcile the existence of evil with the existence of God, offer various explanations. Some argue that evil is the result of human free will, a necessary consequence of our ability to choose between right and wrong. Others suggest that suffering serves a greater purpose, perhaps as a test of faith or an opportunity for spiritual growth. Despite these attempts to provide answers, the problem of evil remains a stumbling block for many. The sheer magnitude of suffering in the world, often seemingly random and senseless, leads some to question the existence of a loving and just God. Section 7. Pascal's Wager, a calculated approach to belief. Blaise Pascal, a 17th century philosopher and mathematician, approached the question of God's existence from a pragmatic perspective. Pascal argued that, given the uncertainty of whether God exists, it is more rational to believe in God than not to believe. This argument, known as Pascal's Wager, is based on a cost-benefit analysis of belief. Pascal reasoned that if God exists and one believes in him, the potential reward is eternal life in heaven. If God exists and one does not believe, the potential cost is eternal damnation in hell. If God does not exist, then there is no consequence for believing or not believing. While Pascal's Wager presents an intriguing thought experiment, it has been criticized for reducing faith to a calculated gamble. Critics argue that genuine faith should be based on conviction and a desire for a relationship with God, not on fear of punishment or hope of reward. Section 8. Seeking meaning in a vast universe. The question of God's existence is often intertwined with our search for meaning and purpose in life. If there is no divine creator, no ultimate plan or purpose for our existence, does that mean that life is inherently meaningless? This question can be both daunting and liberating. Some find solace in the belief that their lives have intrinsic value regardless of whether God exists or not. They may find meaning in their relationships, their contributions to society, or their pursuit of knowledge and understanding. Others may embrace the idea of creating their own meaning, forging their own paths in a universe without predetermined purpose. Ultimately, the search for meaning is a deeply personal journey. Whether one finds solace in faith, purpose in human connection, or inspiration in the wonders of the natural world, the question of what gives life meaning remains a fundamental human concern. Section 9. The limits of human understanding. In our quest to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos and the existence of God, it is essential to acknowledge the limits of human understanding. Our brains, remarkable as they are, evolved to solve problems related to survival and reproduction in the African savanna, not to comprehend the complexities of the universe or the nature of the divine. Our senses provide us with a limited perspective on reality, and our cognitive biases can distort our perceptions and interpretations. We are prone to seeing patterns where none exist, attributing agency to random events and clinging to beliefs that comfort us, even in the face of contradictory evidence. The history of science is replete with examples of theories once considered absolute truths, later being overturned or refined as our understanding advanced. From the geocentric model of the universe to the idea of the ether, humanity has a long track record of clinging to flawed assumptions. Section 10, an invitation to explore. The question of God's existence is unlikely to be definitively answered in this lifetime. The evidence, both for and against, is open to interpretation and subject to our own biases and assumptions. Rather than seeking a singular absolute answer, perhaps a more fruitful approach is to embrace the mystery. Let us continue to explore the universe with wonder and curiosity, using both the tools of science and the insights of philosophy and spirituality. Let us engage in respectful dialogue with those who hold different beliefs, recognizing that our own perspectives are necessarily limited. The search for truth is a journey, not a destination. It is a process of asking questions, challenging assumptions, and remaining open to new ways of seeing the world. Whether or not we arrive at definitive answers, the very act of seeking deepens our understanding of ourselves and the universe we inhabit.